I don't know why I thought you were hitting.
It's Josh's fault we're late.
Yeah, we had a little. Well, she's not little. We had a college student chatting it up. But we said we were going live.
She's trying to cause a kerfuffle up in here.
Kerfluffle? Kerfarfin Newton.
Kerfarfin Newton? La 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 la.
So, hi, chat, since nobody else wants to say anything.
Surprise, man.
What's up?
I know, right?
What's up, Jeffrey Style?
Got me
Razzmatazz.
It's Jessica.
Jersica. E-drone.
Smash the like.
Yes. No, don't smash it. Caress it like a sweet secret lover.
Like a head bean flicker. Just give it a little rub. Don't flick it. That is a bad thing.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way.
That was Chuck's first and last date.
Woo! Hey, why do you think I'm a truck driver?
You ever had these?
Freeze? Oh, no.
Oh, they're awesome.
Actually, I'm going to take that back. I have had freeze-dried blueberries. They weren't Trader Joe's, but they're like little candies.
Yeah.
Are they as good as fresh?
Jeff Styles. Tartar? They've got like a weird
then I don't want them.
They're good.
Well, I was going to say they taste exactly like a blueberry, a little bit more concentrated, but they're kind of like crunchy instead of soft and delicious. Well, I shouldn't say it because they're crunchy and delicious. So it depends what kind of mood you're in, but they are 100% blueberry.
Yep.
Jeff, actually, yes, I am.
Sitting on that subwoofer.
Obviously.
You point that to him?
You ever seen the Howard Stern movie? It's kind of like that.
Oh, you mean the Symbian?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, those things are expensive, dude. Holy shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to this hump day, everybody.
Hump day?
You know, we're unprepared. We are we're unprepared and sloppy as usual.
That's how we roll.
I have already had my libation.
Nice. I'm pretty sure Josh just has a shit ton of stuff to talk about for us.
Well, I do have some stuff. I mean, first and foremost, if you guys do like the stream, most of the guys that are showing up are good old, rock steady showers. Go ahead and smack that like button a little bit. We appreciate the comments and messages you send. And, go ahead if you know anybody who's interested in a Wednesday show and there's not much else going on, let them know we're running. And you guys know you're always welcome to pop in. If you want to pop in, just hit one of us up. But in here just a couple minutes, don't let me forget to run down our list of sponsors again.
So, Jeff Styles, did you see the I'm guessing you got the subwoofer thing off of where'd you get that from? Did you send it to him, Chuck, or?
Oh, I sent it to all kinds of people.
Oh, okay. I was like, I should have sent it to Josh. I'm pretty sure I didn't send it much else except for Chuck and the noob tube.
So, did you guys see all of the information that Tyler dumped on RDQ? The FAA data dump?
So I was going to ask about that because I heard there was a GoFundMe or something about that. I didn't know the context because I've been in class all day, so it's kind of like figured I'd catch up on figure out what that was about.
Well, the GoFundMe's been running for a little while, so Tyler said months ago that he was going to be working on getting a legal team together. Of course, obviously money comes into play, and he was already planning on dumping some of his own money into it. But then he officially announced that he was starting a GoFundMe for up to, well, he set the goal to $100,000 because he's like, look, we're going to need a handful of people, and it's not going to be cheap. And I've already invested thousands of dollars personally into this, but of course, any help is welcome. And so far, they've raised $26,000, almost $27,000.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, some of those donations are from community members and individuals like us. Some of those are actually from companies like Diatone and other players.
You almost sound like an MPT commercial there for a second.
Well, Diatone better be putting in. Diatone better be putting in some more money, the cheap bastards.
Well, look, somebody anonymous. Yeah, I'm just looking here through the list of maximum donations. There's a lot of individuals, fair amount. There's 4 that have donated $500 or more. A handful behind them that have donated $200 or more. There's an anonymous up top that has donated $2,000. But
so how far away? How far away is it from 27?
$58.
All right, chat. Y'all need to come up off a little money for Tyler's actions. Let's get that over $27,000 on this NoobTube telethon.
Later.
That's fair. I mean,
I just always wanted to say that.
On the topic, last December is when we got hit really hard with a lot of the news from the FA, and they chose the last week of the year, right between Christmas, because, in fact, call right, they published this on December 26th. So they did it at a time that was very strategic, that they knew a lot of people weren't going to be watching, and they just kind of pushed it out there. They are following suit this year, and they are publishing the official rule now sometime between Christmas and New Year's.
What's the you said the dump that was in there? I didn't hear what was. Did anybody go through the dump yet and see what all is in there?
I have skimmed it. I haven't had time to go into detail, but what they've been doing is collecting. Basically, they have been able, because the FAA is public, even though they are government, they are also, kind of in the public domain of everything. They have been able to get a hold of emails that were sent, of other, what do you want to call them, formal memos and things, where they were strategically being sneaky. They have meeting minutes of secret meetings, and these are referred to as secret meetings. And all the backdoor agenda stuff starts to become very visible, and these are the sorts of things that they are going to be building their case around.
Oh, wait till we hear that DJI was there, one of the other big companies in there trying to spike a deal with the government to get first in. The shit will hit the fan.
Tommy, no dump on the actual rules yet. Just a lot of shady dealings. One of the things I actually heard, I cheated. I just watched Bardwell, and he gave a brief synopsis of some of the stuff. Is that they're going to be in bed with the NSA and probably whatever other government, group that wants to jump in and share all information with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually not a. And the way they've gone about it so far is actually not a legal thing.
Not legal or not illegal?
Not legal.
Okay. Just want to make sure I heard that right.
Some parts of it aren't, because everything they have to do has to be in the public scope. So, the secret meetings is actually an issue.
Yeah. So they at least have something to start with. They got a good head start, and the game hasn't even started yet. So.
But what they're counting on is that
MD.
they are going to move too fast for people to keep up, and nobody's going to be able to organize, and that nobody is going to rally and bring any legal matters against the government, the FAA, because most people don't have money for it. And that's why Tyler's such a big deal. Now, you know, not to go one way or the other or sound like I'm bad-mouthing, because I'm not, but there is some contention between some of the other vendors in the United States, like Pyrodrone, Get FPV, Ready Made RC. You know, Tyler has essentially called them out and said, how come you're not donating my calls? And apparently they all have some things going on in the background too, aside from Tyler. They are just not trying to dump all their cards out on the table all at once.
Makes sense.
So don't discount those other guys. My understanding is that all the big players, I'll say the top half dozen at least in the States, and some of the outliers like TBS, Immersion RC, are all getting in on this to do what they can. So it's looking like it's going to fall into a pretty... This is going to start a small war against the FAA, and not just against people having, you know, disgruntled opinions like myself and all of us.
Yeah, I'm surprised Tyler even released that data dump. Usually when you are going to have some pending litigation, you keep everything you have under wraps until it's time to give it to the judge, because that pisses judges off, pisses them off quite a bit when you just go public.
Well, now the dump came from the FAA, correct? So if it came from the FAA,
the dump came from publicly released documents and things that had to be released. Some of the FAA minute meetings and things like that. So these are things that are already out there, which is why I suspect some of this was just put out there so they can say, look, here's the kind of stuff we're talking about. You know, it hasn't been, even though it's not a secret, it's definitely not been broadcast. They've been trying to keep everything on a down low, but since it's already public, this is an example. But we have other things and other people who have come forward and provided documents and evidence to build on these points.
Yeah. Well, I'm not surprised.
I wish I heard.
Sorry,
I wish I heard one word of that.
You didn't hear any of it? I heard all of it.
I got bad connection. MD.
I'm not surprised they dumped it, to be honest with you, because if it's coming from the federal government, I would expect them to dump it, because then they can go, look, this is what we're talking about. It's a good way to raise funds and actually help with their defense. I wouldn't expect them to do it the other way around. If they had stuff that wasn't public knowledge, I wouldn't see them dumping that, because that's in their best interest to keep that under their coat. You know? Well,
it can actually become inadmissible in court if, yeah.
Oh, not fair. Chris is going to go get ice cream. Motherfucker. And it's like 25% off. God damn it.
I knew I didn't like that guy.
Yeah, I think generally speaking, the defense, if you're going after, the lawyers have to share with each other what they each have, but certain things, I can't remember which side it is, doesn't have to share. I think defense doesn't necessarily have to share anything. No, defense has to share everything with the state, and prosecution doesn't. It's
the other way. Usually the prosecution is supposed to share everything. Otherwise, what is the defense building its case on?
Agreed.
However, the defense usually is providing something. When it comes to evidence, you know, a list of witnesses, things like that, they still have to provide who those people and what those things are. And all it is an effort to keep everything fair and straight. And by fair, we just mean that, you know, you're not going to blindside anybody, because it's not fair to the court, you know, to either side, if you're not prepared to either refute or work towards the points that are being presented. So you got to have all your materials straight, because what they're essentially going to do, it'll probably go in front of a judge or some kind of mediation first, and it could turn into a jury case depending. More than likely we'll end up at the Supreme Court, though, because more than anything, these are like constitutional type issues.
I actually hope so, because I personally think that's probably our best bet.
I agree. So it's definitely worth everybody taking a look. These are things that up until recently have been speculated. And, you know, for lack of a better example, this is like all the evidence flying around politically, you know, but it's not evidence if it's on Facebook and YouTube and it's just a story somebody's telling. But these are things that are starting to come to light that now they're showing you. They're showing you in an official capacity some of the stuff that's out there. So it's definitely in your best interest to be educated, then decide where you want to be on the matter. And if that means you can't do much, but you're going to hope and pray for the best, cool. If that means you're going to be a financial contributor, that's cool. If it means that you are going to be a broadcaster and just spread as much information as you can to try to, you know, get it all out there, that's cool too.
I'm a spreader.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed.
If you're a good spreader, you don't have to be a good wiper usually.
I'm always poking something, Mr. D. Your name ain't Blue, because I don't know how to fucking do that. So, yeah.
All right, well, now is when my connection is going to go to poo as I try to get into YouTube at the same time as StreamYard.
Oh, he can stay not Blue for a little while.
I don't know how to do it either. I'm in there, but what's this button do?
Joe, you may not have the ability, but
I'm okay with that. Trust me. Don't give me capabilities. I go crazy.
Hey, well, with all this schooling you've been getting on hacking, you should be able to just do it.
Yes. Fun
Put on
class.
that
Anyone want to take a fun class? This is not the one to take.
Put on that red hat, bro.
That's tomorrow. I thought it was today, but the hackathon is actually tomorrow. It's 2 days long. So actually, I'm on blue team, so I am actually doing this now.
So is Chris, and he's getting ready to kick Mystery.
oh. Nothing like a little hostility to.
Okay, Jeffrey, what do you mean about analog? Because I think I still have an old crystal radio laying around if you want like full analog.
Yeah.
That's
I had one until recently.
Did you?
I want to say a 27 meg. It was a yellow.
Oh no, this was AM. This is the old ones, like where the controller was like a single stick, 2 servo, like
Never.
Like that fucking big, and had like an antenna that was as long as my cock. It was crazy.
So it had a small antenna.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was like that big around. It was awesome. It's like a
2 inches tall, but built like a beer can, baby.
Somebody makes a dick comment, and here comes Vampire. He shows up. What? This guy.
What's up, Vampire?
You finally noticed the trend.
It was like clockwork. It's amazing.
Been like this for months.
What'll really blow your mind is if Joe, if you weren't on the show tonight,
yeah,
would we have been talking about cock?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
After the image I sent you with the subwoofer, yeah, I guarantee it. Canned meat, baby. All I get is a spam can where it's like, fucked up, like really wide.
Anyways.
Oh man, that hurt. Hey Jeffrey, where you at? Where's Jeff Style at? What's up, Tommy?
I forget. I know his address is in our stuff, but
Yeah, I don't remember. Sorry, Jeff.
Oh, Cali? No, Cali. Oh, I thought I didn't know if he was another local guy I had met.
Well, see, I should have remembered that. I'm slacking.
Cali is slowly easing its way out of your system.
Good luck with that shit.
Another 5 years on the road, you'll start calling it California
Why?
instead of Cali.
Oh.
Unless he fast forwards a little bit and starts referring to it as California.
California.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Who in their right mind who claims to be a constitutional loving patriot wants to live there?
It's like me.
He just likes the weather and the excess of people.
Bring back the early 2000s. I don't remember much of the 2000s. I was working too much.
I'll stick with the future.
Stick with the future.
My 90s were pretty good.
What year did
every
you
year
come
better?
to Josh? Do you remember what year it was you came to Maytech?
It was 2006-ish.
Okay, I didn't remember at this point. Jesus.
Yeah, nobody knows what the fuck you're talking about either.
When he came to
So,
when we first met.
Joe and I met because we worked at the same place. Actually, yeah. Joe was there before I was. He was one of my interviewers.
That was a fun interview. Context.
We worked together for about 6 years.
Yep.
Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, every single year that's come has been better than the last.
I'm in Northern California with my Republican family. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know California actually has a very large Republican base.
As most places do. As soon as you get out of the city,
the
problem is that the cities in California house the same amount of people as half of the physical United States. So,
yeah, but if we're going to talk about politics, we just need to slip right back into how the FFA is fucking us in the ass in about a week.
So when's what do you mean by in a week? What's going on?
Well, that's when they're actually going to release. They have not actually published the rule yet.
Okay.
There's a chance they could still be finalizing points, but until they publish it and make it public knowledge and say, "Boom, here it is," they can't enforce it.
I have actually heard that they're probably just going to file for an extension.
That wouldn't
they're going to be late. Yep.
You think they'll pull the typical congressional thing, file for extension, and then try and pass it when no one's paying attention, sort of deal, like day before they go on vacation?
Well, yeah.
Of course. They've been playing that game all along.
True.
I mean,
the funny thing is, though, as the rules stand right. Go ahead, Joe. I don't know what you said anyway.
Go ahead, me.
Yeah.
I said they've been dabbling in the area of misinformation too, but I didn't realize you were going to talk.
Oh, man. Actually, out of curiosity, who all is someplace where there's fucking snow? Because we've got rain here.
Rain.
Snow.
Now, apparently Newark, Delaware had, well, obviously this is an exaggeration, hand-sized snowflakes today.
Double A, where are you at, Double A? You're in Philly? No,
he's in Indy, man. He's in Indiana.
Indiana, okay. Razman's got snow. I know. I've been watching Raz yell at the world every time it snows. He looks outside and there's snow. Fuck everybody!
I have to go and say hi to MD, hi to Raz, hi to Double A and Jeff officially because I haven't. I want to make sure I acknowledge everybody except Mr. ED.
apparently Eric and Chris have lives or something. I don't.
Must be
Chris,
nice.
Chris is gonna go get ice cream and not bring me any. Bastard.
What has Chris gotten into?
Some goods is what he's gotten into.
Oh my God. No, it's just something to be aware of. But as we get into next week and Christmas gets here, you guys gotta just unplug from everything and focus on that family.
We should take a survey. If Chris quit flying, what would he do with his time? That could be a fun guessing game.
Oh, he's got lots of hobbies. There's no shortage of things to get into.
I know, but if he stopped flying and was like, I'm going to do something else, we should make a betting pool on what it would be.
Well, let's see.
No RC. I mean, no cars, no boats, no planes.
Right.
I can't see him as a gamer.
They go nuts.
Go nuts. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That could be a hobby.
I don't see him as a gamer.
I think that's number one answer right there.
Yeah, well, true.
I don't think we need to even go beyond that. That's about as far as it goes.
There'd be a shooting somewhere.
Joe, is the bike store still going on Saturdays?
Yeah, but do we? Oh, you should be. I didn't know that, Chris. Oh, cool. Then you would definitely love Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, yeah, that game is awesome. Anyway, yeah, we're still open. I mean, we have appointments and stuff, but dude, I found out what the hot bike was this year was the SoCal 24, which fucking nobody's got. I've had dealers call me from New York, DC, New Jersey, like, hey, you're a dealer. Do you have this bike in inventory? No. Okay. And they're literally just calling shop after shop after shop trying to, and they're supposed to sell for like $400. Like they're trying to resell them up there for like $1,500, $1,800 because nobody's got them. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish I had
make that money, honey.
Well, last weekend we had our second weekend of the month meetup, and we were down that way, down in Ocean City.
Sorry?
Went down to a go-kart track on the west side of Ocean City over the bridge, just off of 50, actually. And I'll tell you what, it turned out to be 60 degrees. Of course, the next day was even better, but it was overcast, but it was still great weather. Had a great time.
Yeah, I was studying. My life sucks.
Nah, you're good.
I was freezing my ass off.
Why?
Because it's cold where I am.
You have a truck. You have a very confined space with a giant heater sitting in front of it. How can you be cold?
It's got a friction.
Yeah, they've been yelling at. They've been yelling. Yeah, that works for about a minute or two.
I don't know, man. I think one of our compadres showed us one that could do it for you for hours. I mean, if you got enough batteries or a plug-in.
Yeah, I saw your video, MD. Playing around some of the hotels in Ocean City have got a lot of neon, a lot of lights running up at night. Chris went and played all around one after he left there. And then I put a video out.
Badass.
It wasn't great, but
when I went to Dover.
Wow. He went and dove a building.
Where around here would you dive a building?
Ocean City.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
Joe, if you would go on to MD95 TSI's channel every once in a while,
Dude,
you would see what's going on.
I don't have time to wipe my ass nowadays. The only reason I'm
Just
here
saying.
is because studying and
Just
drinking
saying.
is a bad combination. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'll watch it. I want someone to watch it enough, Chuck, because your music annoys me. I'm joking. Chuck's about to lose his mind. Fuck you, Joe.
I can't understand what you guys are saying half the time, so I'm just eye candy at this point.
Oh. So he can't hear what we're saying, so we should just say whatever we want about Chuck.
Half the, well, I'd let you do that whether I could hear you or not, but
right.
half the time.
It's
Half
more
the time
fun
you're
having
sucking
sitting here
robots.
nodding his head and not knowing what we're talking about.
I'm sure people have noticed that a few times already. I'm just like, oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's been good. I look forward to, knock on wood, having another mild winter. Nothing too bad where we got no problem meeting up and doing some flying throughout the winter. And we've been talking, Joe, about doing a southern trip this year.
Where
it has
to?
been brought up. Atlanta-ish.
Could be fun.
So much like we did New York, but double the drive time.
We're going to call it the Dick Rider Palooza.
Dick Rider, why are we going to go meet someone?
Probably not.
Steele? Or who was
It's more about the locations. Now, the chance is going to be there that we could run across people, especially certain days, certain times, certain places. But it's more about Chris knows somebody who lives down there who has shared with him not just, some of the big spots that people have seen, but also some of the spots that are nearby there that we've never seen. And so, Chris then took it to all these guys. And then I finally got wind of it today. And now I'm spilling it to the world because I'm hella excited.
If we go down that way, I can talk to Drive Crash. He actually did a whole John Lord. He actually did a whole tour down there for barbecue.
I've been everywhere, but I've been as far south as Macon, all across the north side, west to east of Atlanta. I mean, it's pretty sprawling, It's like going to Houston. It's not like a city like Annapolis or Philly where you go and you see everything in a half hour. They're big cities.
Out of curiosity, you ever thought about going to some place like Tennessee or like Chattanooga where it's just fucking valleys and mountains and hollers, so we can do some nice elevation climb changes, stuff like that?
Absolutely.
What do you mean, no walls for me to bash into?
No, there's plenty of trees.
Always things for you to bash into.
Okay, I'm good.
Soft targets.
What's great about that area, Joe, is there are a lot of cabins for rent, similar to Airbnb, but most of them aren't on Airbnb, and they're really cheap to rent for a night or even a week. And I've seen some of those when we looked as a family for like $600, $700 a week. Well, you split that between people, right? Yeah. Do the math. That's nothing.
There's a couple places I want to go. Like I want to go out to Utah or someplace like that once. Go fly out in Utah or some of the bluffs and shit like that. That'd be fucking awesome. I love to go out to probably like Colorado or someplace like that and do some like they have some really nasty, twisty, windy stuff and do some like elevation dives down that. Because we are flat, so it'd be fun to get something where the natural elevations and natural, or as Chuck would call them, targets. I call them obstacles. Exactly.
I know a couple spots in Utah.
Really? And we were throwing around that idea, and it's still on the table to take an RV trip out that way. Mm-hmm. Kind of like fly out to Salt Lake or fly somewhere, rent an RV, drive to the West Coast, but do it over a week so you're not in a hurry, You might only have to do 80, 90 miles in a day, the way we were looking at it, which if you look at it, you're less than 3 hours driving. And, if you do that, it's nice and relaxed, lots of time to hang out, take pictures, do your sightseeing, scope things, and it becomes very enjoyable.
Why do I see
maybe
Chuck
even fly?
I see Chuck doing fly-alongs from the back of the RV, fucking just like opening the door while we're driving on the highway, throwing his drone on top and fucking doing chases while we're going on the highway. Why do I see Chuck doing that?
You wouldn't, because I'd be the one driving the whole fucking time.
Oh, because you can't stand to have other people driving?
No, because I would be the one driving all the time.
We will let you do some, but I will pull my share.
There's one issue with doing Colorado and the desert run is that you want to do the desert run in October. You don't want to go into the fucking mountains with an RV in October.
New. Yeah, there's a double-edged sword on that one.
I can do anything anytime.
Why would we need a huge van gutted? Why, we're going to fly in the van?
Rape van?
No rape vans. Not again. I mean, no rape vans.
You're right, Eric. Chris and Crystal do find a lot of really cool spots. Crystal's got the scoping down pat. She's learned how to read Google Maps and like things to look for. I don't know her science behind it, but she's very well turned it into one. Between that and doing drive-bys, to validate, they have turned up quite a few really cool spots.
Yes, they have. Well, she's looking into a lot of history, a lot of urbex shit. Like, she's doing her research, huh?
Do you fly a mini or a whoop inside of your truck while driving? I didn't hear that story.
Yeah, for all 3 feet.
Yeah, it's actually the reason why I don't own a whoop, because it's fucking pointless.
E-drone, check your messenger.
Now, what I really want to do is to strap my quad onto the hood, throw on the FPV goggles, and see how bad that latency really is.
I think your insurance might frown on that. And when that camera goes off, when you smack into that old lady, you're probably going to have to answer some questions.
True, I might have to put it on the front bumper where the camera can't see it.
Yeah, because it will see it from the dash cam.
Yeah. Good looking out, Joe. Good looking out.
I don't know. I only say this because I have recently seen some footage from a certain company's trucks that someone thought it was a good idea to get up and go get a drink out of the refrigerator while driving on the highway. But
I can't comment about that.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Apparently, yeah, no, he didn't do it right. So. Later, Thomas.
Later, Tommy. Well, guys, if you're in the market for a really kick-ass radio strap, you got to make sure to hit up.
Fucking robots.
Fucking robots. What? What are you talking about, Chuck?
Y'all fucking robots. Hey, dealer, hey, neighbors.
His lag is going.
That's all.
Yes, his lag is now out.
I'm going, what is he talking about? I say either he's been hitting the shrooms or something and hadn't been telling anybody.
Ooh.
I just brought back some memories for Chuck.
Yeah, some good ones.
So, I think Chris, already dipped out. What was that thing that Chris is showing? Apparently, that some like legalized stuff that's looked like weed, but it was but CBD.
But there's 0.03% THC in it. It's legal.
0.03%.
Yeah, it's what your lady should be smoking, bro.
She has asthma. She can't smoke anything.
Lot of benefits.
Well, we have drops because there's you ever heard of WADA, World Anti-Doping Association for cycling? We actually, one of my suppliers, actually, I can get CBD oil because I own a bicycle shop and I can sell it as a nutritional supplement. And one of our suppliers has WADA certified CBD oil, which is, it comes with a testing cert, basically saying this has been tested that it has 0, whatever it is, percentage THC. I think it was 0, so that you can use it as an athlete without ever worrying about popping a drug test. So,
dude, you and your lady should be using that shit.
I'm not in pain. I'm fine.
That's got a lot more to do with it. There's a lot more than just pain, bro.
Oh, okay. You're saying it's going to calm me down or break? It's going to fix it? No, nothing will fix that. They've tried.
Pain.
3 months down the line, Joe's going to be mixing nootropics with CBD oil.
Sidewinder, what's up, man? Love that strap.
A winder.
What's going on, Mr. Gauss? All right, so what I was trying to say before I was interrupted by robots.
Now,
apparently,
cue the lag.
Here.
Cue the lag.
Yeah, you're all good. Make sure you hit up Sidewinder. He's been providing and donating straps to some of our causes. He has provided paid straps for some of our members and for a lot of other people throughout the community. Super high quality, custom straps, tailor-made to the pilot.
Yeah, I love mine.
They're not straps, homie.
They're awesome.
Oh.
Well, I call them transmitter straps, but whatever.
You're washed out by your light there, Chuck. Much better.
Bite me.
What we need to do is get some pictures of these things that we can just drop on screen here and there when we're talking about them with all the relevant information, like a billboard.
My wife actually does product photography. She's actually got a white box and everything else. I can have her take some shots of mine.
Nice.
If you're cool with it. I get Sidewinder's permission, but yeah, if you're cool with it, Sidewinder can have her do that.
No, MD told me a little story earlier today that Sidewinder actually, if once you buy one and you pick your colors, if that combination is ever recreated again, it is called by the name of that pilot.
That's cool.
Yep, first pilot to order a color combination. That color combination is named.
Look at Jeff.
Wow.
What?
What?
What? She needs something to hold up her apron, or?
Oh, sandwich.
Hey,
Randy, come smack Josh.
Oh boy, it's because I'll tell you, she was spicy tonight too. I don't even know what happened, but at some point she just. Whew, I was like,
yeah, don't make me message your wife again.
Probably didn't even get it.
Did you message her the day we went flying before we went out flying?
Our messenger this evening. I'm like, I told her to tell Josh to get his ass in the computer room.
He was afraid I forgot again.
It wasn't Chuck. I don't know if it was Chris or Eric. If they message his wife, we had talked about it before we were going to go out and fly, because we figured out that if Josh gets laid before he goes flies, he can't fly for shit, and he just breaks a bunch of stuff.
Well, I need to find a really good spot then, because there have been lots of things not happening lately. So
wow,
primo footy floating around.
We were going to message her before we were going to go fly.
So my next message to Brandy is, you need to tune into the live stream at what time?
Where are we at? 43 minutes in.
33 minutes in.
No.
Woo!
Oh, no, not Gil.
Stuff going on. You know how it is.
Yeah, well, yeah, welcome to marriage. If you're not getting any, you're married.
Oh, it ain't even that. The marriage part is the best part.
Night Train's on top of it.
Yeah, 43 minutes. I'm waiting for it to pop up in the chat. What did you say?
It's happened before.
Wait a minute.
No, when she's in the mood, she tunes in. When she's not, she doesn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes she's curious what's going on. Usually, though, she's gotten wind, like, when we were doing the giveaway stuff. Like, she's was really curious about all the things that people donated. And then when I started telling her the kind of value that it all added up to, she's like, seriously? And people just, I said, yeah, but everybody gives just a little bit and it turns into this thing. Like, we didn't even start out wanting it to be like that or, intending it to be like that. It was just going to be a drone, but there it was. We have an awesome community, for a channel that does live streams every other Wednesday, which is not normal, and has an average viewership of 10 viewers. I think we do some pretty cool shit.
Right?
Yeah.
And as soon as I get shit straightened out with YouTube, because they're fuckheads, we got another $100 to do what we want with.
What did you do, Chuck?
My fucking credit, my card expired, so I went to register the new one, and they're like, "Oh, you get this weird error." And I looked up the error, and they're like, the only way to fix it is to get on with one of their reps and freaking have them do something so that your card can work.
Nice.
So
I think Eric's tied up. He said he can't get on the feed tonight.
Yeah, I bet he is. Now, since we were on the topic of the giveaway, it's still fresh that, the giveaway just happened a few weeks ago. And I want to go ahead and give another shout out to some of our sponsors. So if you guys just hang with me for 1 second. All of us in the Noob crew donated some things. I'm not worried about fluffing us. We fluff each other well enough. But I want to give, a big shout out and a big thank you to Jeffrey Style for donating an FR Sky X9 Lite, Sidewinder for a lanyard, Ray Ketchum for motors that he sent to Sidewinder to cover his lanyard. Hoover actually sent motors, some really nice blaster motors. Mystery D was a bankroller for a lot of odds and ends, and I do not say that lightly, so make sure you head on over to Mystery D and give him a sub. In fact, if we can ever find a way to get his face on the screen, somebody should probably super chat him. And Joe Ford for the face plates for the goggles. So, I know, right? We appreciate you guys. We love everything you guys do. That was just icing on the cake. So, and we officially lost him.
We broke Chuck. There he is.
surprised that didn't happen sooner.
Hey, it's Tank RC.
Hey, Frank. Frank the Tank.
Frank.
And we haven't seen any of his work in a while. I wonder what he's working on.
I'm still looking for that. Hey, I'm still looking for that FPV rock crawler Bronco with the freaking movable FPV camera with the head tracker. Still waiting for that.
He's like an elephant.
You don't forget.
Oh, I was going to say he's got ears like a mouse, but...
Oh, I was going to say that he could suck his own dick with his trunk.
I'm jealous.
Send me a link. Wait, what? Oh.
Frank wants in.
Yeah, send him a link.
Frank always wants in. Frank's just an in kind of guy. He likes it on the inside.
Here, watch this. Let's see where this goes. Boom. There is now a public link floating around.
Ruh-roh.
For Chuck, I repeat,
more people in here.
Well, thank you.
Out of curiosity, are you allowed to install anything like that on your truck?
What?
Like a cellular repeater?
I don't know.
You haven't seen them? You can buy them on eBay for like $200. Basically, it's an antenna that will magnify and repeat any signal and rebroadcast it inside.
Now, I'm going to answer this for him. Why would he put anything on or in a truck that he does not own?
But I think you can put it on with a magnet or a suction cup system.
But why would he put anything on or in a truck he does not own? We went through this earlier with other things.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna run through an argument that's already been done, but I know they're there, and that's the reason I agree with Edron on that. Make your life a little easier.
I think for the most part, his phone does a pretty good job. There's only a few places where he ends up where his coverage is kind of touch and go.
Mhm.
Well, see, the problem is it's this time of year again, and this time of year, the Walmart where I usually park at by the DC, they kick all the truckers out at 4:30 in the morning. Always. I don't.
How?
What do you mean? They tell you they knock on your shit, wake you up, and tell you to leave, or they call the tow truck.
No, I mean ow, as in like fuck, 4:00 in the morning. That's what I mean by.
Oh, I thought you said how.
No,
Yeah.
ow is easy. Ow sucks.
Yeah. So I am at the glorious night frickin' truck place. I don't even know what to call it.
Truck stop?
No, Night basically owns Swift. It's a terminal.
Okay. Didn't know that.
I'm actually looking at the Indianapolis airport right now. I've been watching planes take off the whole time.
Gotcha. He's
But-
backstage, Josh.
Oh, there he is. Look at him. Please click me.
Yeah, I've been waiting there. Click me in. Like, I want to get in.
Oh,
How you
that's
doing, Frank?
it's that sexy Canadian radio voice.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
What's up, buddy?
Take this
Hey,
opportunity to
Is that like
invite you guys to all come in. You are welcome to come in. Use the back door, please, because that's the only door that's accessible right now.
Yeah, that means something different in the US.
No, because the front door, there's full of Christmas tree and Christmas decoration. You can't go
So you're
in the
saying you
front door.
Wait, so you're saying you got bush out front?
Yeah, there's bushes. There's all kind of
okay.
different things up front, so you can't go in there. Terrible.
Okay.
Terrible. You U.S. guys there, you're terrible.
What happened to your wall? It's very barren behind you.
All right, I'm back.
I changed room. I used to be in the kind of our second living room, but I moved all my RC stuff and my broadcast studio kind of in my home theater now. So I am in my home theater, and there's no more home theater because it's full of racks in here. I've just outgrown the other room. So way more room. I will change this up a little bit more here. So it's a lot of fun here. A lot of moving around.
Very nice.
I like the lighting. It's romantic.
It's moody, eh?
Looks like MDF on the walls.
See, there's two big bumps there. There's like those two big bumps there.
Looks like a hairy ball sack, kind of.
No, the other ball. Come on.
That's not nice to say about Frank.
That's not nice at all.
Hey, I'm just an asshole American. What do I know?
Yeah.
Jeff style, that's gay here? What are you talking about? What kind of words are those?
That's happy in English.
Oh, that's happy. Oh,
Gay. Yeah,
true.
gay is happy.
Oui. That's true.
Don't make Frank start going off on you in
I know,
French,
right?
motherfucker.
So what did you build the rock crawler that he was talking about?
I looked into getting the parts for it, and I kind of got confused, but things are way better now for me financially. So I did put an order in for an FPV goggles and also FPV camera for that. But I went with a small little tiny camera with the antenna separate from it, because I find that the camera and the antenna that are built in, I can't hide it like on a little guy's head. So that's why with an external antenna. So I did a little bit of homework on that and all that. And for the FPV head tracker, I have not done that or ordered the parts yet for that, for the simple reason is I did more research on that, and you have to use channels of your radio when you're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And my radios that I use are this kind of radios. So there's no way for me to take this signal to go to the FPV tracker, which means I have to take a second receiver, which is no big deal. I can take a small little receiver and put it on the head beside the head tracker, and power it by a small little 1S LiPo or something. So it's a little bit more homework for me to do and things like that. But that is something I want to do. But one thing I want to hear from you guys: how hard is it to swap cameras from a vehicle, from the head tracker, not the head tracker, from the goggles? How hard is it to change cameras?
If you have multiple cameras running?
Yeah.
Oh, not hard. Click.
Not
Just
hard
a
at
play
all.
button.
Yeah.
Because
You
what
would
I
have
want
to
to do
have-
is I want to have one inside the truck, and then I want to set up another one like outside the truck to look more at the wheels. Because when we're driving, you got to know where your wheels are. And if I'm just looking at the whole at the hood, you don't know where your wheels are. So it'd be cool having a camera beside the truck, and I could always hide it in the hand, like stick the guy's hand out and just have it like a camera pointing down, or fake that it's a beer or whatever.
Yeah.
And
What-
just pointing down at the wheel, so it's just like a click of the camera to actually switch. It'd be kind of cool to do that, and it's very easy to do. So
You would have to have more than one VTX.
So, and I was going to ask that question. I know that some of the flight controller boards can handle dual cameras. I know eDrone had worked with one, and I don't know if you can use the same flight controller that you're using for the flight controller can be used on a RC car. If it can, then you can use actually the controller, in our case, the flight controller to actually do the camera switching for you. And it would just be bound to one of your regular aux channels.
okay,
Which is more simple, though? Have two VTXs or
but
have him install a flight controller into an RC car?
Yeah, you guys are confusing me with the flight controller because the goggle works alone with the camera with no flight controller. So what does the flight controller have to do with that?
It would handle the channel switching for you instead of having to run dual VTXs. You could run a single VTX and it would switch back and forth.
Okay.
So your power requirement would go down.
Yeah.
And I think I think you're using I believe you guys use PWM for your channels, or are you using S-Bus for your channels for your servos?
This one actually used both. I can show. This does aviation, and this is Radio Link, so they're pretty good with the different formats that they actually use.
Okay.
But if I have to use a head tracker, I was just going to use a separate receiver for that. And I do have some other receivers that are like flight receivers, but it doesn't really matter what flight receiver or transmitter you actually use. So
okay,
there's a couple things. I'm going to take it baby step. It took me a year and a half, 2 years almost to get to this point. But financially, I'm a little bit better now, and I'm more comfortable to actually try that. And I think the technology has really evolved in the past 2 years also, and it's more affordable and it's going to be easier to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I just want to show you, there's a piece of hardware that does what Frank is talking about called a camera switcher. It just wires to any available, I don't know if it needs a UART, so I'm going to take a look here. No, it looks like it should be ready to go.
You just put on a channel or receiver channel.
No, that's going to need a UART.
Just put it on a receiver channel. And then
Okay. Yeah, that may work.
But you can see, I mean, it's nice and small and tiny. If we were talking, I knew I had seen something like that before.
I know Drive Crash used one of those on a helicopter that he had for aerial surveillance work. And he had an old Pentax like camera that he used he would switch back and forth, which he said.
How many cameras can you put on that? Should be written in the description.
He said two, I think. Yeah.
2, okay. Cool.
Yep, it switches back and forth between two cameras.
Cool.
So you can see here the wiring diagram.
Yeah.
Razman is saying, yeah, but the RC has more than one channel. Mine has 5.
Yeah, well, my remote control has 7, so I have no problem with that.
Oh, yeah, you're good on channels. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I figured he didn't have a problem with that if he was asking. Oops,
Yeah.
wrong. I don't know what's happening.
So, do you have a like a trainer cable, or how would you connect your head tracker into your transmitter?
Well, I would just use a separate transmitter.
Well, if you've got 7 channels, do you have like a training cable that can connect to your transmitter?
I can have multiple receivers connected to this, so I can run more than 6 channels on it. But what I was going to do for the head tracker, because it has to be separate, I was going to put a different transmitter in the truck and a different receiver on my head, and it's going to be a standalone. So it's just going to receive the signal, and it's going to be only on that channel.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't know. What I do know is if Frank pulls this off, he will be the first person to ever do this.
So, have you thought about having that? Because you're talking about having the driver be able to move his head, correct?
That's correct.
So, can you tie that to the servo for the steering rack, so that when you turn the steering rack, it automatically pivots with it, so you can actually track?
Well, the head tracker is going to send a signal. The head tracker is going to send a signal to the pan tilt zoom, which is just a little gadget that has 2 servos on it. Mm-hmm. Well, 3 if you go with the right and left. So it tilts down and it tilts up, and then it also goes sideways.
Gotcha.
So there's only two servos there. So that means I need 2 channels, and your head tracker is going to send that signal to that receiver.
Cool. That'd be fun. That would be disorienting, though. I think I'd get you'd be driving just like, oh.
Well, what's fun with the car is everything is slow, like really, really slow. So you can actually stop and get your bearing, like turn your head. Oh no, I got to look forward. It's just like when you're driving a car. Even though you turn your head and your car's going forward, it's not disorienting. It's the same thing.
Yeah, don't try that on a drone, because there was one guy that was talking about he was trying to run a head tracker while actively flying, and it just
no
bueno.
No, not on a drone.
Frank, no camera on the passenger side looking out the side. That would be cheating in rock crawling.
Yes, that would be cheating. Well, you could have a spotter.
I've never done rock crawling.
Spotter. But again, I was trying to.
You don't have to install a camera for that. You just have somebody stand there.
Yeah. I was asking some of the guys the other night about how do I get the signal off the camera so I can record it. So that means I need a little PVR or DVR. But then I realized, I go, wait a minute, the channel that you receive on those goggles, they're very low resolution. So if I put that on 1080p or even 4K video, it's going to look awful. So I said, okay, maybe it's going to be a little picture-in-picture if ever I do pull that video off. But I need another camera. Yeah, need a small little camera like that on board just to videotape the action.
Yeah. Or best case, you'd have to buy something like a DJI for your goggle rig or something crazy like that. So.
Yep. Hey, Marcel, how you doing?
Just get an action cam.
Yeah, but if he's trying to conceal it inside of a head of a model, I don't know how big these models are, as Rockcrawler is, but even a GoPro that's just way too big.
Yeah, the GoPro's too big, but you can always hide a camera in the radiator where the radiator is. But there's ways to do movie magic, which means you have the camera there on board filming the action, and then you go back and you do the same action again, but you remove the camera, but then film from the ground looking at the car. So
there's the splits. I used to use the splits in my analog stuff, and I always liked them. They record 1080p, and that would allow for the to use a relatively small camera in the head, and also it has an onboard DVR, so it can record right on the thing on a SD card. I used to use those all the time with my analog stuff. So
that little tiny camera is HD, but when it gets to that transmitter, that what dumbs it down to send it to your goggles at a low resolution. Correct. So you can go like with FPV and drones and all that. You need the speed, you need the clarity. You don't need it to be that clear, but you need the video to be fast at least.
And you don't have to spend the super high dollars on DJI stuff. So I agree with Raz. I used those before. I loved mine. That's good suggestion, Raz. Thanks.
Yeah, and then you can use a onboard little tiny DVR, or even some cameras they do have like a video input.
Yeah, a split style camera would definitely simplify what you got going on.
Didn't they make like a split style nano? Like the nano camera, like this
Yes.
very, very small? Because I always use the full size.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can
20
get
by
the nano
20. They
size.
got 20 by 20 stack with a freaking nano camera.
That would be perfect. And I think, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, Raz, but they used to also sell those where you could get the long cable so that you could actually put the DVR, tuck it a lot further away from the camera than you could
Yes.
for. Yeah, I think that'd be. Look that one up, Tank. That one, the splits, Runcam split, and I think split nano. I don't remember what they call the smaller one.
Cadix makes a variant too.
Yeah. Turtle?
Something like that.
Cadix Turtle, I think it was called. I don't remember. Cool. Yes, I bet you do, Raz. Long and short, we know. It's cold out, so it's shorter now than yeah. I know. I understand.
Dude, I forgot to turn on my bunk heater, man. I'm an innie right now.
Getting cold?
Well, is it snowing its ass off where you're at, Tank, or is it?
No, there's barely any snow on the ground. It was really cold today, and yesterday was really cold. Today was cold, but then it's supposed to go back down again. Temperature is supposed not to go back down; it's supposed to go back up again. So we're not getting a lot of snow here for now, but it is white. But there's maybe that much snow on the ground, like barely.
Really?
That's
like
that's about the same as here in Indiana.
Yeah.
Really? It's just raining its ass off here all day, and I have a metal roof on my house, so man, it's like I'm like sitting in class, and I'm just like, more caffeine.
So tomorrow night on my stream, I go live on Thursday night still at 9:30 every Thursday, and I'm going to be dressed as Santa Claus. So I'm going to be playing Santa Claus tomorrow night on my stream. I wish I had things to give away, but I'm not that big yet. So, but I'll just do a lot of wishing of Merry Christmas and listen to the people. What would you like for Christmas? Oh, I'll ask Santa to bring it to you. So
Hey, well,
Santa's
Sit on your lap and put in my requests.
Yeah.
you could always give away hose.
Hose, yeah. I can always give away hose. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Or you can buy a bunch. Well, we also have a treat here. The hostess makes ho-hos. You'd be like ho-ho and just throw it at the screen. Marcel Roberts says, give away a rad RC car of yours, Tank. Don't do it, Tank. Don't.
No.
He's like, no.
No.
That was a quick answer. No.
No. Not going to happen.
So you have any other really
Marcel, did you already get through that whole doobie? How high are you, dog?
Did I had seen some of the cars. You got any of the latest projects you've done?
Latest project. The only thing I did that you guys did you see my 34 Ford Drifter I built?
I don't remember that one.
It's an old black. It's black and with red flame. 34 Ford Drifter. I got a wood back on it, a wood deck. Like I dropped the box at the back, and it looks real nice.
He's like, where is it? All these cars.
Oh, there's a bunch, but the other one is a Gatekeeper from Team Associated. Gatekeeper. That's a nice little truck. It's a rock bouncer. But let me get the pictures together. Maybe I can show you.
What's a rock bouncer? I don't even know what that is.
What's a rock bouncer? He says. What's a rock bouncer? You're gonna get me get up, eh?
Yeah.
Well, he's got pants on, so he's got me beat.
I know, right? I mean,
Yeah.
half of us.
Dude, I took my pants off at about noon today, and I drove until like 7:30.
I haven't. Well, I take that back. I have been in the office, but I haven't been in the office for a full day since February. So at this point, I think I've worn like my actual like clothes like once.
Yeah, Frank.
So-
I think the last thing we saw from you was the camper.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, camper. I remember that.
So this is the truck. I dropped the bed, and it's got a real wood on it, and it's all very thin wood, and
Like a veneer.
yeah, it is a veneer. So very cool little drifter. The wheels on it are like mags. They're very shiny. They're all aluminum. So it's a 34 Ford. It used to be 4x4, but I converted it to only 2-wheel drive, only rear, because back then, 34 in 1934, they didn't have 4-wheel drive. So not in
Does it
this
have
type of vehicle.
Does it have the rock forward windshield? Because I didn't the 34s have the windshield that popped out at the bottom? It was hinged at the top.
Probably that one did, but I did not cut the windshield that it cut.
I got you. Okay.
But
I know my wood, people. Wait, that didn't sound right.
This is a rock bouncer.
So what's the difference between that and a rock crawler?
This goes fast.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
This goes very fast, and I put like a light bar at the back, but that's for the rock bouncer. They have those. So, and I did this is all painted with spray cans and with the stencil masking. Yeah. So the only stickers on it is this one here, and the 3 little stickers on the bottom here. But everything is mask and spray paint. So
look at the drop on that suspension.
Oh yeah, this is crazy. It's got sway bars at the back, but this has nice action. So this is a fun, fast rock racer, and it goes very fast on rocks. So it's kind of cool.
So that's the one you get to destroy.
Oh, you need to be very hard on it to destroy it because it's pretty tough.
Yeah, that one you have to like smack a bit. You'd have to do a tree tap like Chuck likes to do in order to break that one.
But will it deliver pizza?
Very small pizza.
Yes, he gets his mini bake oven out and easy bake oven, and he makes little mini pizzas and he throws them in the bag.
I swear, every time I think I have any sort of skill, I see some of his work and I go, "Yep, I don't got shit."
This is another one I painted all by hand, by spray paint, and using masking. So everything here, it's all painted, no stickers, no, not one sticker on this truck. So
very nice.
So,
and of course, it's all painted on the inside, so you have to actually do like inverse masking in order to.
That is correct. Everything is inverse masking. But this has very neat suspension also at the back. Like this is just like my rock bouncer, but this one even goes faster because it's like a desert truck. So this one is it's got really cool action when you see this going on the street. It's got very neat action.
It's like a Dakar.
Yeah, My buddy actually got a tubular frame done on the back half of his truck and put in that sway bar suspension.
Oh yeah,
on his actual truck.
It's a fun truck.
Yeah, no, I ain't got shit. I'm out. Skills wise, fuck. I hate people with skills.
Just crash quad. I just crash quads.
Does he
Josh
really?
has pointed out many times. Josh has pointed out many times. It doesn't take any skill.
Does he? Did he really get a speeding ticket for his trucks? Because that would be kind of fucking cool. Marcia.
Oh, he's back.
Frank.
Kirby.
They said that you got a speeding ticket with one of your trucks. Is that true?
I always get speeding tickets. No, I never got a speeding ticket with one of my truck.
Because if you did, you should make that like part of your like here's my speeding ticket.
Yeah.
Frame that thing.
Yeah, right. That Herbie's awesome, dude. What the? Does the top work?
Nope.
Ah, damn. But it's still cool as shit. I ain't gonna lie.
With a servo, anything is possible. Smile, Herbie. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God, I haven't seen Herbie in them forever.
Right.
I'm feeling nostalgic now.
Well, guys, not gonna lie, I am teetering.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you lost me like 20. You lost me like 20 minutes ago.
Well, I didn't want to stop. I mean, it was a good conversation. I love seeing that stuff. Someday.
20 minutes ago. That's probably when I came in. What, you're falling asleep because...
I got more homework.
Oh, and tomorrow during the stream, what I want to do is I want to actually wear boxers and no bottom for the Santa. So when I stand up like this, people are going to get a giggle and a laugh with it.
Yeah.
So that's
Hawaiian boxers.
You should have those hanging out the bottom of your shorts. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I could, but I won't.
Only if Sleigh Bells plays every time he gets up the news.
Hey, he's got a family-friendly channel, all right,
That
Bob?
is correct.
He
Oh,
likes his
there's anything
monetization.
getting out of the boxers. You got to keep the trouser snake, in its cage for Christmas.
So in other words, y'all go Frank's channel tomorrow
Definitely.
That. Thank you.
and
I will
watch
be-
Santa
You're welcome.
get crazy. Because if I know him, let's just put it. He might seem like the nicest girl in the world, but Frank's a sick fuck. He truly is.
He is our people.
I'm Canadian.
Yes,
what are you talking about?
I'd say he's Canadian, so his version of sick
And-
fuck is nowhere near as bad as ours.
I'm a French Canadian. That's even worse.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
raunchy.
Yeah, okay, I gotta get no.
Yeah, there you go.
He's just like, I gotta go. By the way, Joe, your new camera is looking good, man.
Thanks,
Joe
sir.
got a new webcam he was trying out tonight.
Mhm.
My
And,
channel is called just like my name underneath here. That's
Yep.
what my channel is, The Tank RC.
I think I'm.
Sorry, I cut you off there, Chuck.
I think
Go
no, you're good. Get on it. Hey, bastards. $45 till freaking RDQ hits $27,000 for the Save the Hobby Fund. So link is in the description. Tomorrow, I want to see that shit over 27. Come on, you cheap bastards.
Awesome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, I gotta
Thank you.
start studying because I got stuff tomorrow.
Study.
I don't even want to talk about this program I've been writing.
All right, well,
Yeah.
bye.
Well, guys.
It's been awesome.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Nice seeing you.